Hi everyone, in this session we are going to learn all kinds of operations with mixed fractions in just one video, so you can revise it before exams. So we are going to finish up all the things whatever is related to mixed fraction in this video. So let's start up with the first question. First of all, you should know what a mixed fraction is. So suppose I write down 1/2 so you should know what a mixed fraction means. Mixed means there's something mixed in that. From the word itself, you know that this is the whole number part, this is a fractional part. So always this is called as the whole number part, and this is the fractional part. That means fractional part is always smaller than the whole number part. Everybody knows that. So that's the fractional number part. Whole is, I'm going to just give you just an idea. This is the whole. Whole is always 100%. All right. So one whole, a complete whole. Now, if you divide it into 3 equal parts, the fraction is just division of parts, 2 out of 3. So that means you're just selecting 2 parts out of 3 parts. So one whole is exactly 100%, and this is the fractional part, which is lesser than one whole always. So now let's start with the question. Now you have mixed fraction like this, 1/2. How do you convert it? 1/2 always means 1/2 always means it's not getting multiplied. One is not multiplying with 2/3. One is getting added up to 2/3. That's what it means. You have to remember this, okay? So 1/2 as a mixed number always means it is added up. 1 plus 2/3 it is. Okay, let's move on to the conversions. So these are the basic things which you need to know. Now, suppose you have a mixed fraction 3/2. How do you convert it to an improper fraction? Why am I telling to improper fraction? Because improper fraction has a numerator larger than the denominator. So whenever you're converting a mixed number, you go from the bottom in a cyclic way. From the bottom numbers are multiplied 3 times 3, all right, and then you add the top number plus 2. That's how you convert it, and the denominator always remains same. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So you have got your answer as 11/3. 11/3. This is how you convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. Suppose you have another example. For example, if you have 1/2. How do you go? You go in a cyclic way. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So you got the answer as 7/5. This is how you converted a mixed number to an improper fraction. See, improper always have the numerator larger than the denominator. Yes, it's not a proper fraction. Always you're converting to improper to proper, improper to mixed, mixed to improper. That's it. There's no proper fraction involved. Now, let's see. Now, how do you go back from an improper fraction to proper mixed number? Let's see. Suppose you have this, take the same number, 7/5. Now, if you want to convert it back, how to do that? You have to remember the QRD rule. That's it. You can do it mentally also. I'll show you. QRD, just divide. 7 is getting divided by 5. So it goes 1 times, right? Subtract it. You have a remainder of 2. So you have the remainder. This is your quotient. This is your divisor. Now just put up the numbers in this, in the place of this. Quotient is 1. So your bigger part, whole number part is 1. Remainder is 2. So put 2. And the divisor is 5. Put 5. So you have 1/2, same as this, right? Okay. Now you can do this mentally. How many 5s you have in 7? Just check. You can only have 1 5. So one whole number. Now just subtract 5 from 7. Difference of 7 and 5. It's 2. Remainder. You can do this mentally. Okay. That was just for you to revise it. Now let's go to the next question. Suppose you have multiplication of mixed numbers. 3/2 times 1/2. So you now I showed you how to convert it to an improper fraction. Just convert it. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So you have 11/3 times 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7/5. So 11 times 7 is 77. 5 times 3 is 15. Done. That's your answer. So this is how you multiply things. Now let's see another example. Question number 5. Suppose you have 1 2/5 times 1 1 2. Okay, so just convert it. 5 plus 2, 7/5 times 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 over 2. Multiply them. Multiply the numerators. Whenever you're multiplying, you're just multiplying the numerators and denominators. 7 times 3 is 21. 5 times 2 is 10. Now convert it into a mixed number. How many tens you have in 21? You can have 10 and 10, 20. So 2 tens you can have in 21. So 2 is your whole number. Remainder, you can have 2 tens, right? 20. 21 minus 20 is 1. Remainder of 1 and a 10. Convert it to a mixed number. Done. Okay, let's see another example. Question number 6. Now we are going to divide. You remember how we divide fractions? 2/3 divided by 1/5. So you have to remember KFC rule. Yes, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's keep, flip, change. Yes. So keep the first fraction as it is. Keep it as it is. Flip the second fraction, 5 over 1, and change the signs from division to multiplication. Now just multiply the numerators. Multiplying is easy. 10 over 3. That's your answer. Okay. Let's see another example. Now when you have division, number 7, division of mixed numbers. Let's see, 4 3/4 divided by 1 2/5. How do you divide the mixed numbers? You have 4 3/4 converted. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So you have 19/4 divided by 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7 over 5. Now apply the KFC rule. Okay. After you finish converting it, you apply the KFC rule. Keep the first fraction as it is. Keep it, don't change anything. Flip the second fraction, 5 over 7. Change the signs from division to multiplication. Done. How much is 19 times 5? Is 95. Over 4 times 7 is 28. Done. That's your answer. Okay, let's see another example. Question number 8. Suppose you have division of 2 1/7 divided by 2 1/2. Now convert it. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1 15 over 7 divided by 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. Right now just use the KFC rule. Keep the first fraction. Now if you're not using KFC rule, also you can do. You can just cross multiply. That's called as butterfly method. 15 times 2 30 over 5 times 7 35, and just reduce it to lowest fraction. But let's use KFC. 15 over 7. Then flip the second fraction, 2 over 5. Change the signs to multiplication. Now I can just simplify here itself. 5 over 5 times 1, 5 times 3 is 15. So I have 3 times 2 is 6 over 7. Right? Yes. Okay. Let's see another example for mixed fractions. Question number 9. Let's say now we are going to solve addition of fractions. 2 1 over 5 plus 3 2/5. How do you add mixed numbers? Now you first look on to that if they have same denominators or not. Yes, they have same denominators. It's easy. Now check the whole numbers. This is the whole number part. This is the whole number part. Add the whole number parts. 2 plus 3. And as I told you, there's a plus in between them, not multiplication. So you need to write the plus. Add the fraction separately. 1/5 plus 2/5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And here the denominators are same, so you directly add the numerators. So 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 3/5. So 5 plus 3/5 is 5 3/5. That's it. That's your answer. Okay, this is how you add mixed numbers with same denominators. Now let's see another example. Suppose you have, now you will see subtractions. 7 over 9 minus 6 2 over 9. So what do you do? What are the whole number parts? 10 and 6. Just subtract them. 10 minus 6. You should have a plus because there's a plus in between, not multiplication. 10 plus 7 nines, 6 plus 2 nines. Put a plus. Now you have 7 nines minus 2 nines. Alright, so how much is 10 minus 6 is 4 plus the denominators are same, don't need to do anything. So 7 minus 2, just subtract the numerators, that's 5 over 9. So it's 4, 5 over 9, done. Okay, let's see an example with different denominators. Suppose you have 3/6 plus 3/3. Okay, now you don't have the same denominators. Here there's a fraction, so let's leave it like this and convert this. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So 15/4. Now you got the fractions. First you need to convert the mixed fractions into an improper fractions, and then you can solve for that. Now what is the least common denominator of 6 and 4? How do you find that? 6 and 4. Use the division method. Okay, so now let's divide. Let's take the least possible number, 2. Now divide. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that gives you 2 times 3 is 6. Yes. So 4 divided by 2 is how much? 2. So that gives you 2. 4 divided by 2, 2. So 2 times 2 gives you 4. That's how it looks. Okay, so you have again a 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 2 doesn't go, so let's write it down as it is. Then again take a 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you got all the ones. These multiply all these numbers. 2 times 3 times 2 is your LCM. So what's your LCD? Least common denominator is 2 times 3 times 2. That's equal to 6 times 2, that's 12. So the least common denominator is 12. Let's make the denominators same. So you have 12 and a 12. 6 is changed to 12. What did you multiply with 6 to make it 12? 2. Same thing you have to multiply with the numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 3 makes 12, right? You changed 4 to 12. How? By multiplying it with 3. So same thing you have to multiply with numerator. 15 times 3 is how much? 4, 15, 30, 45. Yes. Okay. So what do you have now? 6 plus 45 over 12 gives you 51 over 12. Done. That's your answer. Okay. So let's see one more example of this. Question number 10. How to subtract mixed fractions very quickly. 2 3/4 minus 1 1 over 2. 2 minus 1 1. 3/4 minus 1/2. So you'll just have 3/4 minus 1/2. 1 plus LCM is 4. So you will have a 4 and a 4. 3 minus 2 times 2 gives you 4. So multiply by 2. So you have 3 minus 2. 1 plus 1/4. 1 1/4 is your answer. Done. Okay, let's see the last question. 11th one. If you have so many mixed fractions together, don't panic. It's really easy. Use PEMDAS to solve this. Okay, when you have 3 mixed fractions together, just use PEMDAS. What does PEMDAS say? You first use the parentheses, exponents, or BODMAS or BIDMAS. You might have studied any of them. So let's convert the mixed fractions to improper fractions first. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7 over 2. Times 7 times 1, 7 plus 1, 8 over 7. Divided by 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5 over 4. So you've converted all of them. Now use PEMDAS or BODMAS or BIDMAS, whatever you have studied. So what does it say? Parentheses or brackets first, exponents next, multiplications and divisions next. But multiplications and divisions go from left to right. Whenever you have them together, go from left to right. That means left side we have multiplication first. So let's do that. So when multiplying first, 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 2 is 14. So you got this. Divided by, you have 5/4. Now use your KFC rule, right? Easy. What's KFC? Keep the first fraction, 56 over 14. So you have 56 over 14. Keep the first fraction as it is. Flip the second fraction, 4 over 5. Change the signs from division to multiplication. So you have, now what I'll do is, I'll just cross out things here itself, simplify. Okay, 2 times 2 gives 4, 2 times 7 is 14, 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 8 is 56. So I have 8 times 2 is 16 over 5, and that's your answer. 16 over 5 can be converted to an improper fraction. How many wholes do you have in, how many 5s do you have in 16? 5, 10, 15, right? So you can have 3 5s. Now 15, you reach till 15. 16 minus 15, remainder is 1 over 5. Done. You got your mixed number. Alright, so hope you like this session. Do leave a comment in the comment box. If you have any suggestions, do write it in the comments. And don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you so much for joining and supporting me. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.